In the vastness of human experience, some stories captivate us not with their grandeur, but with their sincerity. This is one of those rare stories, a moving meeting of two souls from opposite ends of the spectrum. On one side is a powerful CEO who possesses everything the world holds dear. On the other is a girl abandoned by society, left with only pain and a fragile hope. James was born into luxury and fame, the sole heir to a powerful conglomerate specializing in exporting timber and agricultural products. His family name is famous, their assets spread across the regions. Yet despite his privileged upbringing and impressive education abroad, James chose not the comfort of a luxury apartment, but the chaos of a struggling mountain branch of his family's business. He did not pursue glory. He pursued purpose. Far from luxury, in a forgotten Highland village, James encountered the true face of hardship. And it was here that he met Diep. Diep's life was full of loss long before she had a chance to live. Orphaned in a terrible earthquake when she was young, her earliest memories were only shadows. Adopted by a poor couple, her new home became cold when they had a child. At 16, unable to support her, they sold her to a much older man, Pal, a ruthless alcoholic with no concept of love. For years, Diep was not a wife but a servant. Her mother-in-law treated her with open contempt, and Pal was nothing but violence. Her greatest flaw in their eyes? She could not bear children for them. It was as if her worth was tied only to her womb. Then the final blow came. Pal brought a pregnant woman named Linda home and announced his intention to marry her. His parents cheered. Yi was thrown out like trash. Homeless, penniless, and humiliated, she was pushed out the door of the only home she had ever known. In desperation, she stumbled toward the local police station, her last hope. And that's where she saw him. A well-dressed man with a quiet authority. Mistaking James for a police officer, Yi ran toward him, tears in her eyes, and cried for help. Startled but calm, James gently corrected her misunderstanding. "I am not a police officer," he said quietly. "But I can help you find someone who is." He led her inside and stood there as she told the officer her heartbreaking story. The response was sympathetic but limited. Without a marriage certificate, the law had few options. Still, the policeman promised to try. For Diep, even that was something. A fragile thread to hold on to in a life that was quickly falling apart. After leaving the station, Diep wandered aimlessly until her legs gave out on the side of the road. The world around her faded. She had no food, no shelter, and no one. But even as the night fell and the cold set in, one thought pierced her sadness: I have to live. I can't give up here. She gathered banana leaves to make a makeshift bed. She lit a small fire to dispel the darkness. Her face, illuminated by the firelight, bore the silent pain of someone who had cried so long that she could cry no more. That was when James's car passed. He recognized her immediately. He stopped the car and approached, concerned. "Are you okay?" he asked. Diep, her face wet with tears, told him everything. Again. The betrayal, the exile, the hunger. James' heart clenched. Without hesitation, he offered her shelter. "Come to my place." "You can rest for the night. I don't mean to hurt you, but trust is not easy when life only gives you reasons to be afraid." Diep politely refused. "We've only just met. I can't trust you yet." James nodded in understanding. He didn't insist. "I'll stop by tomorrow. If you need help, I'll be here." He smiled gently, leaving her there, the fire flickering behind him in the slowly falling darkness. As the car disappeared into the distance, Diep felt torn. Could she trust this stranger? Was his kindness truly sincere? All she knew now was that she was no longer completely alone. That night, as the cold deepened and her stomach growled with hunger, Diep sat by the fire, with no answers, only questions. Could this brief encounter spark something more? Was James really a light in the darkness? Could two broken paths truly converge into a journey of healing? The night brought no certainty, only silence. But perhaps, for the first time in years, Diep had reason to hope.